they line up and kick this one away. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Now this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air. And they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On second down, Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Part of you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, It takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he's got this to Jefferson. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Willis. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know this made me jump in the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Great move by Montgomery. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Malik Willis, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have moved out in front. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hunger group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's good for 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try the wide side with Cook. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Vikings 7.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on 1st, 2nd and 3. Here's Cook again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play the next game.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Garoppolo. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Garoppolo again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
After the sack on 1st down, Willis, he finds his man Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play fake. Here's Willis. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. a big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Play action, here's Willis. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's good for a Lions. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December,
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
2nd down, here's Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Let's go now.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. C.D. Lamb from 3 yards out. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Cook. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Touch and time made critical for those types of throws. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And a long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Willis now off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Third down, it's Willis. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they... And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition...
Pick it up. Here we go, here we go.
First down, Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Montgomery. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And That'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get ball back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo hauled in over the middle by Rager. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run out of the gun with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now for Garoppolo. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Detroit,
they improved to 14-2 with still 1 game left to be played in this regular season.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this fame with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Brand new in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shots, most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle.